The fourth season of Bluey promises to bring a host of amazing surprises, including the arrival of new babies.
I did not!
But do you have any idea which puppies might make their debut in this next batch of episodes?
Oh.
One puppy we're almost certain to meet is the child of Brandy, Bluey's aunt. This baby technically made an appearance at the end of season 3, but still in the womb. This moment was significant for Brandy, who had struggled with infertility for years. Her dream of becoming a mom, like her sister Chili, had felt out of reach. Now, after so long, her success is a hopeful message about never giving up on our dreams. Considering Brandy was visibly pregnant by the end of season 3, it's hard not to expect that some episodes of season 4 will focus on her journey as a new mom and her baby, who will be Bluey and Bingo's cousin. We're guessing the puppy might resemble a male version of Bingo, given how similar Bingo looks to Brandy. Of course, the baby could also take after its father, but who is he? Does Brandy have a husband, or did she use alternative methods to conceive? It would also be fascinating if the baby turned out to be a completely different breed. As for the name, many fans speculate it might be Rye. Why? Rye is a type of whiskey which would align with Brandy's name theme. One thing's for sure, this little one will be adorable, but they're not the only new arrival we'll see in the next season, so stick around, this is just the beginning. So hop on this wave and get ready for another Cinewave. Another puppy almost confirmed for season 4 is the child of Frisky, Radley's new wife. Fans have suspected this since the early days of Frisky and Radley's relationship, especially when the two expressed their mutual desire for children, hinting at what was to come. The idea gained traction in the episode where they got married. In one scene, Frisky seems to share some exciting news with Chili, and what could be more thrilling than a pregnancy announcement? This has always been their dream, so it was only a matter of time before they welcomed a puppy. Since Frisky wasn't visibly pregnant, it's likely the baby will be born months after Brandys Child, so expect this new healer family member to make an appearance in a special episode toward the end of season 4. The coolest part? This means the healer family will have babies on both Bandit's side, through Radley, and Chili's side, through Brandy. With both babies born so close together, we can already imagine the two cousins becoming best friends. Let's talk about a puppy we've technically already seen, Bluey's Child from the future. This little one appeared briefly in season 3, teasing their grandfather in much the same way Bluey did as a kid. We're betting this character will star in a full episode in season 4, a story set entirely in the future, showing us what life looks like for Bluey's Child, their friends, and older versions of the characters we know and love. This episode would be the perfect chance to learn more about the puppy, including their name. Fans have been calling them Roxy because of their purple color, a mix of Bluey's blue and potentially the father's darker hue. Speaking of the father, who could it be? Many think it's Jean-Luc, the Canadian Labrador from one of the series' most emotional episodes. Others believe it might be Mackenzie, Bluey's best friend. Why Mackenzie? Both Roxy and Mackenzie have one floppy ear. Plus, Roxy's purple coloring could be a blend of Bluey's blue and Mackenzie's black border collar fur. Beyond Brandy and Frisky's babies, we might also meet a new addition to Winton's family. It seems likely that Winton's dad, Cornelius, will have a child with the terrier's mom. The two hit it off and make a great couple, so marriage and a new baby feels inevitable. This little one would be a younger sibling to both Winton and the terriers. The big question is, will the baby take after Cornelius, a bulldog, or the terrier's mom? Interestingly, there's a good chance of something quite funny happening. Women with a genetic predisposition for twins or triplets often pass it on. Imagine if the terrier's mom surprises everyone with another set of triplets, but this time all bulldogs. This would undoubtedly make for a hilarious scene. Cornelius and the terrier's mom would be thrilled, but can you imagine the time and money they'd need to raise them all? They'd definitely lose their minds. Regardless, it would be wonderful to see this family grow stronger and more connected. If you'd love to see triplets in Bluey, comment below with #triplets. Remember when we talked about puppies that don't need time travel to show up? Well, now it's time to discuss one that definitely does, Bingo's potential future puppy. That's right, the chances of Bluey's sister having her own puppy in the future are pretty high. Of course, this would likely happen a few years after Bluey has Roxy, meaning Bingo's child would also be younger than Bluey's son. But here's a slightly sad possibility to consider. Bingo might face challenges conceiving, just like her mom Chili and Aunt Brandy. If you think that's too much bad luck, consider this. Bingo, Chili, and Brandy are all red healers, a breed known for significant difficulties with pregnancy. However, like her mom and aunt, Bingo is brave and persistent. If they manage to overcome their struggles, she certainly can too. She might undergo treatments similar to what Brandy likely did, or the series could take an interesting turn by showing Bingo adopting a child instead. Bingo already has a history of caring for small animals she finds, like Turtle Boy and Flappy. Knowing how this show loves to foreshadow, could this be a hint that Bingo will adopt a child abandoned by their parents when she grows up? It would be interesting if Bingo's puppy was a boy, creating a contrast to Bluey's and Bingo's dynamic as sisters. The series might have already hinted at his name, Copernicus. This was the name Bingo gave her imaginary son in the episode Surprise. If this theory is correct, it would be an incredible move by the writers.
It was perfect.
Brandy will have a baby, Frisky will too, and even Bluey gets one in the future. But what about Chili and Bandit? They might not be done growing their family just yet. Bluey's mom has expressed her desire for more children, which could mean she might give Bluey and Bingo a younger sibling. The only obstacle? Convincing Bandit. He seems to think 2 daughters are more than enough, and honestly, who can blame him? Raising a newborn while taking care of 2 older kids is no small task. Still, it's worth noting that the Healer family was originally supposed to include a baby in the show's early drafts, but the idea was later scrapped. Could the writers bring this concept back now? Another family that might grow is Stripetrixies, who already have Muffin and Socks. This couple hasn't been in the best place lately. They're going through a rough patch and often argue, mostly because of Muffin's unruly behavior. But what if something unexpected shook things up, like Trixie getting pregnant by surprise? They'd have an unplanned puppy, which could definitely throw their lives into chaos and potentially lead to more arguments. However, the new baby might also be a wake-up call for them. Seeing their little one's ultrasound movements might remind them of what really matters, helping them value each other. The same goes for Muffin. A younger sibling might inspire her to grow up and become a more responsible older sister, helping her parents instead of making their lives harder.
Yes, but it stopped!
Have you ever had a teacher go on maternity leave? It happens all the time in real life, and it would be fascinating to see it happen in Bluey with Calypso, the wise and patient school teacher. She's known for her calm demeanor and ability to find solutions for her students, so it would be interesting to see her face a major life change on her own. An episode focusing on her pregnancy journey would be amazing. Later, she could even bring her puppy to class to introduce them to her parents. One thing is certain, if this child grows up listening to Calypso's teachings, they'll probably become the wisest dog in the Bluey universe. If you want to be just as wise, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Our videos are full of endless knowledge about your favorite shows. Fans of Bluey love speculating about which kids might end up as couples when they grow up, and one of the most popular ships is Indy and Rusty. These two already play pretend as mom and dad. Of course, this isn't concrete proof of anything, but they get along so well that it wouldn't be shocking to see them fall in love as teenagers. It would definitely be adorable. Since they already seem interested in the idea of being parents, we can easily imagine them having a puppy in the future, one who would be part of the same generation as Bluey's and Bingo's kids. Mia and Captain, on the other hand, are even more likely to have a puppy in the future because they're already childhood sweethearts. If their relationship continues to grow as they mature into adults, we could see them dating seriously and maybe even getting married someday. While it would be realistic and interesting for the show to portray them breaking up to demonstrate that not all childhood relationships work out, wouldn't it be heartwarming if these two stayed together and had a puppy? Since Mia and Captain are twice Bluey's current age, their puppy would likely be born years before Roxy. It would be fun if their child was a girl with a name that echoed Captain, maybe something like Leader. In a future-focused episode, she could appear as a sort of big sister figure for Roxy and Bingo's child. We've left 2 awesome videos on your screen. Click one to keep the fun going. Thanks for watching, and see you next time!